Today's story is That's Disgusting, Disgusting Bugs. Poop on a plate. How would you like to eat poop for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Disgusting, right? But the dung beetle thinks poop is the best thing to eat. In fact, it's the only thing it eats. Dung is another word for poop, so the beetle's name tells you a lot about it. These beetles don't just eat poop, they live in it, and it's a good thing they do. People have come up with good ways to get rid of poop, but animals don't have toilets. That means there is a lot of poop lying around. That's where the dung beetle comes in. These bugs are like little poop engineers. They get rid of it. The poop they collect also help fertilize soil. Dung beetles get rid of tons of poop every year, but before you can eat poop, they have to collect it. Scientists have observed 4,000 dung beetles rushing to a pile of elephant poop. There also seems 16,000 beetles carry off 3 pounds of poop in less than 2 hours. Ancient Egyptians thought dung beetles were holy. They made jewelry and carving of them. These are called scarabs. Some dung beetles are thieves. They steal other beetles' poop balls. That's why the beetles roll their poop balls away quickly. They need to get them to a safe place. They find the poop thanks to a terrific sense of smell. Dung beetles use their big claws to roll the poop into balls. Once the ball is big enough, they roll it to a safe place where other beetles can't find it. If they don't eat the poop there, they'll bury it for later. Poop also makes a great place to raise a family. Female dung beetles lay eggs in a ball of poop. Then they bury the poop. When the eggs hatch, the little bugs have plenty of food to eat. When dung beetles aren't eating or laying eggs, there might be fighting. Male dung beetles use the sharp tusks and horns on their heads as weapons. Super suckers. Vampires are famous for sucking the blood of living things, but several other creatures also have this disgusting habit. Ticks are only about the size of a pinhead. Yet they are some of the world's biggest blood suckers. And when they're full of blood, their bodies swell up to be 5 times as big. Ticks are found in many different animals. They grab onto warm-blooded animals with their sharp jaws. After they bite, they insert a feeding tube. As they suck the blood, their bodies swell up. Once they are full of blood, the ticks let go and fall off. Many people think ticks are insects, but they're actually arachnids. Do you think spiders and scorpions are creepy? Ticks belong to a same family. Like those creatures, ticks have 8 legs. Unlike insects, they do not have wings. Ticks are dangerous because they spread disease. If a tick bites a person or an animal that is sick, it can carry those germs in its blood. When the tick bites its next victim, the germs spread into the blood of that animal or person as well. Lyme disease and Rocky Mountain spotted fever are just 2 of the dangerous diseases spread by ticks. Lyme disease affects about 300,000 people in the U.S. each year. It's important to check pets and yourself for ticks after being outside. The best way to remove a tick is with a pair of tweezers. Be careful of the blood of the whole creature, include the head and jaws. Ticks are not the only disease-spreading blood suckers. The mosquito is even worse. Like ticks, mosquito bite animals and people. Then these insects insert a feeding tube to suck up blood. Unlike ticks, mosquitoes usually do their work quickly. Only a female mosquito sucks blood. She can drink more than 3 times her weight in blood. But since mosquitoes are small, that's not a lot of blood. It takes 1.2 million mosquitoes to suck all the blood for your body. Mosquitoes might not suck a little blood, but They spread all kinds of deadly disease. Disease spread by mosquitoes have killed many people in their history. That makes the little insect deadlier than other wild animal. The living dead. Most people don't realize how disgusting flies are. The blowfly is especially nasty. When something dies, their flies are among the first to snack on the corpse. Blowflies lay their eggs on dead and rotten bodies. When the larvae are born, they feed on the rotting flesh. That's a good thing because it gets rid of dead material. Without blowflies, we might have a lot more dead animals lying around. A blowfly's life cycle has 6 stages. The first stage is the egg laid by the parent. At the second stage, the eggs hatch into larvae called maggots. Eggs hatch just 24 to 25 hours after being laid. During the third stage, the maggots eat the dead flesh around them. During stage 4, the maggots get bigger. The stage by the maggots called pupa of the ground. A few hours later, the hard exoskeleton cracks open. Adult blowflies come out of stage 6. Soon after, female blowflies will lay eggs and start cycle all over again. Blowflies are disgusting, but blowflies are even worse. These insects lay eggs on mosquitoes. When the mosquito bites a person or animal, the egg spells into a bite that hatches. Then the larva digs in and starts to grow and grow. After a few weeks, an adult butterfly pops out of the host skin. Yikes. Blowflies can solve crimes. Sometimes it's hard for police to figure out what the person died. One way to find out is to check the blowflies on the body. The police look to see what stage of life the flies are in. That helps them figure out what their mama blowfly lay her eggs. And that helps him figure out whether the person died. So even though blowflies are disgusting and spread disease, they do good as well. They get rid of dead bodies, and they help solve crimes. Not many insects can say that. All the bugs we're talking about so far are disgusting because they spread disease or like to hang around poop. But the Tarantula Hulk wasp takes disgusting to a whole new level. This insect is a killer with a nasty twist. Tarantula Hulks are not very big. They're only about 2 inches long. These insects live in hot places like South and Central America. They also live in southern parts of the United States. Tarantula Hulks might not be as big, but still are scary. Tarantulas are huge, hairy, terrifying spiders who can measure 12 inches across. Those massive monsters frighten everyone, but when a tarantula seeks a hawk wasp, it will turn tail and run away. There is a good reason for that. Tarantula hawks attack tarantulas. Even though the tarantula is much bigger, the wasp almost always wins. When the wasp bites the tarantula, it injects venom. That venom paralyzes the tarantula, but it doesn't kill it. Next, the wasp lays an egg on a helpless tarantula. When the egg hatches, the baby wasp will burrow inside the tarantula's body. Then the baby wasp eats the tarantula. Remember, the tarantula is still alive. A few weeks later, the wasp grows up. Once an adult, it flies off to find another tarantula. People aren't fans of tarantula hawk wasps either. This wasp's sting will paralyze or kill a human, but it is extremely painful. Scientists say the wasp has the most painful sting of any insect. One scientist said that if you are stung by a tarantula hawk, the only thing to do is lie down and scream. Tarantula hawks are no predators. These insects are just too scary. They also have sharp spikes on their legs and bodies. They protect the wasps on their fights with tarantulas. A tarantula hawk's bright orange wings with predators to stay away. Well, the end.